First intern checked in. Time to lock another casualty. Success story.
Hey, look, everybody, it's a comma chameleon.
A surprise is a fart with a lump in it.
All right, family, it is good to see you. Welcome in. Happy afternoon, everybody, except for those of you off on the left coast. Happy morning. Fam, give me 1 second here. I'll get myself back up on camera. Get the music in my headset down to a reasonable volume as well. There we go. Fam, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Comma, good morning. Sis, good morning. Carrie Ed, welcome, welcome. Oh, is it? Thank you. Hang on. Hang on.
There we go. Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear myself. Ooh, much better. Much better. Thank you, Sarge. I appreciate it. Thank you, fam. Now we're hearing in full voice. That should work. That should work. All right, fam. We are going to have a fun one today. By the way, today we are going to be writing the theme song for a Lil Sis show on our YouTube channel. So we're going to be writing the theme song for Night Drive. It's already written. Prompts are ready to go, but I will go through all of that with you live and show you what we are up to there. We also have a Darkwave track that I want to write, a Halloween-themed Darkwave track that I want to do because we are moving into October. We're going to be doing some spoopy games, so I want to make sure that we're ready for all of that. And then after that, fam, we'll see. We have several songs that need to be rewritten. I could start to show you how I do some of those from scratch and give you an idea because the lyrics are already written. They just need new versions, basically. A lot of those songs were done in versions of Suno that were much older, and it did not produce the same quality results that we're getting. Also, a lot of it sits on my end, too. There were a lot of skills back then I did not have. A lot of things I didn't know about prompting that I know now. So we're going to take full advantage of all that. Elfie, how are you, love? Good to see you. Welcome in. 24 hours to go. Enterprise is waiting. Nothing to pack. I'm prepped to go home. Enterprise is waiting, so get me in the car seat. Take me to my home. Hurry, hurry, hurry before I go loco. Sarge, I'm really excited. Are you excited to get back? Now that they've got most of the things squared away? Just slightly, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll have, fam, we're going to have, Sarge, by the way, are you going to be able to join us for the meeting tonight, or do you need another night off? I can roll with it either way. We'll have the meeting tonight either way. But I was thinking about you this morning as I was starting to prep a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if Sarge needs a good night of rest. Should be there for the meeting? Okay, cool. Cool, Sarge. If something comes up, just let us know. I do have things to talk with everybody about tonight. We have a fun one tonight. Tonight's meeting will be fun. So I'm kind of leaving Friday open, fam, by the way, along these lines. And I don't mind saying this to everybody. We may not, there's nothing going on in Fallout 76 this weekend. So I'm going to have a talk with the agents tonight and see if we want to do another night of 76, which we might. Or if we want to sneak into something else. We were talking about getting into some more horror type of gameage, especially getting into October. Maybe bringing a little bit of Phasmo back. Playing around in a couple of our other games where we've got plenty of spooks going on. So we'll see. We'll see. But I want to talk to the team about that first. And 8 more days for the sale. Okay, cool. Sarge, if you got called in or something like that, please let us know. And we'll wait for you. What, until, the other game goes on sale? I'm not sure which games we're talking about anymore. We've talked about so many. It's like... The other one you were talking about. Gotcha. Wasn't that the one we weren't sure how it was working yet, though? Or were we more concerned about cameras than that? We'll talk tonight. We'll talk tonight. The last match I announced last night ended 3 minutes before the general showed up to move more stuff. Oh, nice. Very nice. I love great timing. I love great timing. And before we do anything else, by the way, we have something that we need to address. Somebody in this chat right now may or may not have had a birthday. And even though we couldn't be here on the day to wish them a happy birthday, we are going to wish them a happy belated one. And will everybody please jump in chat with hearts tomorrow? Oh, wait a minute. So we're not belated, we're early? Oh, you know what, Elfie? That's right. I got my wires crossed because last night was celebration. Tomorrow is birthday. Fam, so we get to do it early. Oh, even better. Fam, will you please jump into chat and wish our dear beloved Elfie a happy birthday? Oh, sis, I thought I knew this time. I thought I had it. I just got my wires crossed. But I'm right with Sarge. Happy 21st birthday, Alfia. I almost wonder if we should take the time to write a birthday song. We need like a community birthday song. I think I'll sit down and write one of those. I'm going to add that to my to-do list. We need a community birthday song that's ours. And I could do it in just the right style, too. That would be a lot of fun. But fam, yeah, we're going to do something a little bit different. First, we're going to write Little Sis's theme song for her show. As you know, we've already got most of the music together for her radio show. We also have 2 more radio shows right around the corner that are already almost done. Our Synthwave and our Electro Swing are both already almost finished as well. We almost have full playlists together for those. The cool part with that is once that's done, I'll go through and I'll master them all. And then we'll get together live on stream and we'll start playing some live mixes and we'll start doing some live radio shows in place of certain days, just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. But we'll have a lot of fun with it for sure. 21 Forever, Cheryl, yes. I think we should do that. I think we should have a 21 Forever Club. I'd call it the Forever 21 Club, but people would think we are down for retail. And not exactly what we're going for, so. Bilbo and Frodo's birthday. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, man. But fam, it is going to be a fun one today. In between, the one thing I forgot to actually pull up on my other screen here, in between, we'll continue to work on animating Stanton a little bit. Gives us a little bit of something to watch on screen while we're listening to the tunes themselves. Speaking of retail, there is this amazing shop at standarddamage.com. Sarge, yes. How interesting and apropos that you bring that up. As a matter of fact, if people were to type !merch or !store in the chat right now, they would get that glorious link. Loaded with tons of squirrel merch and intern initiative merch. Which character will be next? I'm not sure. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, thank you, sis. I'll take a look. I'll take a look a little bit later. Oh, my gosh. But, fam, it is. It's going to just be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one today. Lots of goofiness. The second track we're going to write, by the way, is, again, a Halloween. We're going to go with another Darkwave track. I really like what Suno does with Darkwave, so I actually wrote a song, a horror song. That's HORROR. because I know there's at least one person out there thinking it. But we're writing a horror song today as well. And then on Thursday, we're going to dedicate the day to doing a lot more Darkwave tracks. We're going to do like we did last Thursday, where we're going to go for more instrumentals, because I want one theme song that's lyric-based. And then I want a series of instrumentals that we can play in the background while we're doing things like Phasmo and other horror game streams. Through the month of October. I'm hoping to start this weekend, fam. Oh, sis. Oh, you did an Evil Dead song the other day? Is it linked to the Discord, Freaker? I don't think I heard it. Or is it one you didn't link? I was going to say, an Evil Dead, do me a favor, Freaker. I know we have courtesy rules against this, but I'm going to ask you to break all of them. If you post it, feel free to tag me when you do, because as you know, I'm a massive Evil Dead fan. But if you can think of it, don't be afraid to tag me, or if you want to just shoot me a DM. That's if you post it, if you want to post it. Please do, because I want to hear it. If Evil Dead is involved, I'm down. I'm totally down. Today's news story from Sarge, by the way. In Canada, we have a 311 number that lets you contact city services for non-emergency issues. But the on-hold music can be aggravating, right? Not anymore. Mississauga, Ontario has started an initiative where the on-hold music you hear is local artists showcasing their music. You can even choose what genre of music you listen to while you're on hold. Ladies and gentlemen, we call this advancement. But I'll post it eventually, as I can't decide which one you like better. Porque Lunos Dos, Freaker. I love it when that happens, by the way. When you get multiple good versions of a song. That's actually what got me writing different genres for the same lyrics. If I'm going to take the time to sit down and write lyrics, unless it's something super specific like we're doing for the Synthwave today or the Darkwave today, I'll run it across 3 or 4 different genres. We usually get 3 to 4 different really good songs. The song that I'm going to premiere today, the Tears and Rain, we played the Synthwave version on Thursday. It's amazing how well that song translated across different genres. I got 4 what I consider to be pretty killer versions of that song. The one I'm going to play for you all today, by the way, fam, is going to set the tone for the Plur Peace album. I have finally, and I mean finally, captured a sound I have been trying to capture for a while. That's part of what makes this so significant. On top of the fact that, of course, it's all original lyrics. This one was from the heart. I wrote this on a bad mental health day, basically. And it's what I do. Whenever I have one of those, I'll pour it into my creativity. Incredibly therapeutic, and I usually get something I'm really happy with by the end. Takes that whole negativity thing and pours it into something heavily positive. And I love doing that. I love doing that. Some of the best things I've ever written, I wrote when I was not having a great day. I know some people are like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything. Try, if you're having a bad day, like mental health-wise, try doing something creative. Write it out, poetry, even if you think you're not good at it. Try it. You'll be surprised. They sent face and body paint. And now the paint that I actually isn't on the site right now. Long story short, I'll send it to you. Oh my gosh. It's as vibrant as the stuff on the canvas? Sis, in your honor, I will we'll make something fun with that. If it's the right kind of UV makeup, we'll talk, love. We'll talk. I think I've hit the right mix for what I'm trying to achieve, sound-wise. With the style, with the style of weirdness, yeah. Freaker, something I learned, and I know you were around for the stream on Thursday a little bit too, so you saw some of this, but dialing the weirdness all the way down to 40, unless you really want to lock it in. Weirdness 50% and up, generally speaking. Actually, 70 most of the time is where I'll start now, because that seems to be the sweet spot. Gives it enough freedom without riding it off the rails. Style influence, about 80% too. So it's usually either 60 or 70% on the weirdness and 80% on the style. If I'm not getting the results I'm expecting, or things are getting a little too crazy, and sometimes I'll run into that when I'm using a modal like Mixolydian, where things are a bit more all over the place anyway, and then the weirdness takes it too far, then I'll bring the weirdness back usually. Or change the key in the modal. Sometimes that'll do it too. Oh, where you have your weirdness all the way down to 25%? And that's working well for you? That's awesome. What I've been finding is if I drop it down too far, it locks it in too much. It doesn't even always follow my prompts. Like, especially when you're having like multiple voices and all that come in. We're trying some very daring things with the music today, so we'll go through a full layer of prompts, fam. Style influence usually around 90. And Freaker, you're getting great. Are you staying mostly with metal? I mean, that's mostly what I listen to, but that you've made. But in terms of like music styles, are you staying mostly like in the metal genres? Not one particular genre, Freaker, I mean, but kind of in that range. I'm just curious, because if you're getting good results with that, I kind of want to keep that in mind. Oh, you've even tried doing some techno. Depending on how you work the prompts, though, techno gets really heavy and grindy, too. Techno can be a really fun genre, depending on what you're trying to, like, make out of it. Still messing around with the track? Nice! When you're ready to share, Freaker, of course, just let me know. I'm trying to be a lot better at checking in on the Suno prompts channel, or the Suno drops. And actually going in, listening, thumbs up, thumbs down. Normally I don't do thumbs down. I generally wouldn't do that to anybody, but generally go in there, like listen to it, give it a thumbs up. If it's really good, come back, make some comments on it. It's yeah. Now sometimes I can't do that because I'll go into the channel and there's like a flood of posts, so I can't listen to every single one, but I always try to grab at least a few and listen, because you all are coming up with some great stuff. And there's a lot I have learned from looking at your prompts. And I don't mean just you, Freaker. I mean everybody, okay? From looking at everybody's prompts, things that I haven't thought of, things that I thought might be cool to try. And this is really what I wanted, was I wanted everybody to be able to look at what we're doing and figure out the best way to structure these. I'm going to be pushing the fold a little bit again today myself with some of these. The new process that I have now, by the way, fam, the AI, and I was talking to the team about this not all that long ago, the AI is helping me less and less and less all the time. So the lyrics were always mine to begin with, but now I write the full prompt box, which means that I write the lyrics and all the prompts. And what I have the AI do now is I'll have ChatGPT come in and help me write a Suno style prompt based on what I put in the lyric box. And I let AI have full control over this portion of it when it comes to styles to avoid. Unless there's something really specific I have in mind, I will always let the AI write that particular prompt for me. So tell me what styles to avoid. Tell me what styles the Suno AI might try to drift into, because I'm writing music in this genre. And it'll give me a great, and then you'll be surprised what the AI might try to drift into. There's times I've gone to write trance songs and I get gospel, and I'm like, what? And I don't mean it writes me a full gospel song. I mean that all of a sudden there's all these heavy gospel elements in it, and it's like, But that's why. The AI generally knows what the AI will be looking for. So that's how we're doing it now. But now I write out the prompt box, including where I want shimmering arps, or if I want darker sounds, where I want duets, where I want solos, all of that. I write that whole prompt box now, lyrics and otherwise. The only thing that Suno really helps me with in the lyrics box, fam, which I still do, is I'll put the lyrics in, and then based on the genre, ask it if there's anything it thinks it needs changed for cadence or otherwise. And the nice thing is, ChatGPT actually changes very little and shows me where the changes are, so I'll go back and look and see if it's rewritten something in a way I don't want it to be rewritten into, where we lose the message or lose my original concept, or if it's just something that's simply better crafted because, again, it fits the cadence better, it fits the flow of the song better. And usually ChatGPT only changes a line or two in a couple of minor ways. Word changes, or maybe a few less syllables or more syllables. That's it. And it rolls with it from there. So you've not heard trance gospel before. Actually, I have. But the fact that it, like, when the lyrics are all about power, emotional, love or mental health or something like that, and it suddenly drifts off into that gospel sound, it's like, oh my gosh. But I've actually heard that. Gospel trance? Oh, sure. Oh, sure. You'd be surprised. Nate! I've heard of fusion restaurants. Let's do fusion music. Yeah, exactly. And yes, phrasing. Nate, how are you, fam? Can we get a shout out for our good friend Nasty Nate, by the way? I need a shout out for Nasty Nate. I need a shout out for Kama. Please, 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 fam. If we could get two of these wonderful individual shout outs. We need to get a shout out for Sarge too. Wow, we could shout out half this community right now. We'll start with Nate. Thank you, sis. Oh, thank you, sis. Fam, all of these people we are shouting out are absolutely wonderful human beings, streamers in their own right or have their own things going on. Kama has Kama's Arcade that runs all the time. I actually jumped over there myself and poked around. We're going to be working with Kama a little bit on something. More announcements pending. I'll promise you one thing, though. There's another merch giveaway involved. I'll even let you pick. I'll do like we did with the one giveaway, fam, where you could choose merch at or below a certain level. We'll do the same thing. And we'll let you choose across the lines, whether you want something from the intern line, something from the squirrel line. More to come on that, though. Kama is a very, very, very old dear friend here. I've had drinks with the man, okay? And it just, he's working on something that I can respect. He's actually deving some stuff. So we're gonna help him out a little bit with that for a day. It'll make for a really fun, chill, relaxing, hangout kind of community day. And that's all I'm gonna say for right now. Still in shock, love? Yeah. Oh, I bet. I bet. Oh, it didn't let you shout out Kama. Let's fix that. Probably the, I'm guessing the cooldown. There we go. That's right. I think it's a 15-second cooldown or something like that. There we go. Nate, I'm doing really good. It's going to be another really fun day. We're writing a couple of songs today. We're writing a theme song. We've got most of the music together for Lil Sis Show. Lil Sis Show might be the first one actually produced for the radio station. which I think is very appropriate because that's where Lil Sis is going to get to be a star, actually. Where I'm going to be handling a lot of the video editing and all that. And Sis will too. Sis will too. But we're going to leave Sis in charge of editing for the radio station right off the get-go. That way we'll have a consistent sound and a consistent look all the way through. And I'm going to continue to be working with Lil Sis Fam to continue to teach her like some of the editing skills I've picked up, things like that, and help continue to push that forward. What's going to happen, fam, is I'm going to be reaching out. Actually, I'm going to be talking about this at our meeting tonight. Going to talk to the Agents of Chaos again, and then the entire team, see if anybody else wants a radio show, and if so, what kind of music they're looking for. And then the next step to that, fam, as I've been talking about, is we are going to start reaching out to the members. The first members I will reach out to for their own radio shows are ones I've talked to in some form or fashion already. Way back when, I had some people volunteer to be DJs, and they have amazing voices, fam. Voices that are perfect for this kind of stuff. So we'll have some of that going on. Also, I've had a couple people reach out to me because they've been going gangbusters on Suno and asked if they could have their own show featuring their music. Now, there's a little bit more there we'll have to work out, but that can be done. I have been doing some digging. We can do that too. And I think that would be fantastic. Fam, keep in mind, the long-term goal here is to have a 24/7 radio show that runs continuously on Twitch and on YouTube. And the more shows we have and the more music we have to fill that in, the better off we are. But I will do my best to open up creative opportunities wherever and whenever I can for this. So please keep that in mind. So fam, if you're a Suno artist yourself or do music in other ways and would like to be a part of that, we'll be talking soon. DICR is going to be coming up really quick. Really, really quick. And I'm even hoping to get to the point where some of the live streams, we run them again more like radio shows. We'll see. One thing at a time. Anything that ups the entertainment value and allows us to have more fun, that's what we're going to do. Freaker, thank you. I appreciate it. There we go. There's shout out number 3. I have just one more to do, but we have to space them accordingly. So that should be fun. All right, so fam, see, how are we doing time-wise right now? Oh, still doing good. Okay. So everyone, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and jump out to the main screen here real quick. The very first thing I want to do, fam, is premiere this song. But actually, you know what, fam? While we listen to the first song, we need to get the props ready to go, so we can start working on Lil Sis's song too. So let's do that as well. I'll actually bring this back over here. Now, fam, aside from the lyrics, which you'll get to hear in a few minutes, here's what we've done prompting-wise. And this is how I wrote all of the tags and everything for the lyrics box, okay? We're going to do an instrumental intro. It's going to be a slow fade-in with distant pads and light electronic snares. Verse 1 is going to open up with warm synth bass at a steady pulse. The chorus is going to be a bright synth lead with layered vocals. Okay, that's a new term I'm trying for the first time, fam. We're going to see what Suno does with this. Verse 2, pulsing arps and deep pad swells. We move back into the second chorus with a lift and shimmering layers, so a lot of twinklies with that one, which there should be. When we get to the bridge, pads are going to swell. I need to take that out of there. I forgot to take that phrase out of there. I put stars glimmer. Suno's really not going to know what to do with that. It will know, however, what to do with the term glimmering arps. Okay, arpeggios, again, are when you're listening to, especially electronic music, you hear it a lot. But that doodaloo, 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 that's where that comes from. Now, an arpeggio can be have several notes to it or just a few. It will take it within context of whatever genre you are trying to write the music into, basically. Okay, so we're going to do pad swell, glimmering arps, and softer vocals. The final chorus will be a female duet with a big drop and a euphoric synthwave push. So in other words, we're going to do this massive sound swell is what's going to happen at the end. And then we will hit the night drive, or hit the outro. The instrumental should slowly fade out before the final verse is sung a cappella, which is just me, the stars, and this night drive. As for the style, we're going to go for cinematic this time, so it's going to be cinematic synthwave in A minor. I'm actually straying from D this time, the key of D, and we're not going to use a modal. We're going to leave it open a little bit farther for the AI. We're going to take it at about 90 beats per minute. Slightly slower tempo, but should keep it moving along well enough for synthwave, for sure. Slow fade in with distant pads and light electronic snares. Verse warm. Verse 1, warm synth bass and steady pulse. Chorus, bright synth lead, layered vocals, driving rhythm. Verse 2, pulsing arps with deep pad swells. And it goes on and on. What we've been doing is we've been actually breaking down for Suno. This is what we want in each section, which pretty much stays right in line with what we've been doing up in the lyrics. And then we're going to click that magical orange button that rewrites it into a language that Suno understands, because Suno knows Suno best, and it should roll with it right from there and keep it in order. I'll show you how that handles that in just a second. Styles to avoid, and I thought this was interesting. Gave me a much longer list than usual for this one. Acoustic, folk, singer-songwriter, pop ballad, top 40 pop, country, Americana, punk, pop punk, ska, jazz, swing, lo-fi, hip-hop, Eurodance, bubblegum dance, rock, and metal are all styles we want to avoid for this one. So we're going to go right ahead and drop this right in and make sure we get it formatted properly. Nah, I'll leave this right over here for now. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, for the style box that I just rattled off to all of you, I'm going to drop it in there. And we're going to hit the magical orange button and see how it rephrases it. It rephrased it to cinematic synthwave in A minor at 90 beats per minute, opens with a gradual pad swell and airy snares airy snares edging in. Verse 1 brings a warm synth bass and pulse, while the chorus explodes with a crisp lead, vocal layers, and a solid groove. Verse 2 weaves in rhythmic arps and deeper pads. The bridge features glowing pads, twinkling synth accents, and a hushed vocal. The final chorus surges with female duet, euphoric drop, lush soaring synths, and ends with an instrumentation fading away to a poignant solo a cappella line, all wrapped up in a vivid neon palette. Perfect. It said the same things I said, just reworded it in a language it will probably better understand. And you always want to reread that, fam, and make sure it's keeping things in the order that you want them in and that it doesn't rearrange anything. There's been a couple of times with Suno where I drop that in there, it rewrites it, and it goes super generic. And that's why I always have another copy of it on another page so that I can just recopy and paste it back in. Because sometimes it will obliterate it. Not often. Every once in a while. So you just got to keep an eye on it and make sure you're getting what you want out of it. The more careful you are, the less credits you will waste with bad tries, because you're doing your best to tell Suno exactly what you want. Now, one extra thing that I'm going to do down here. We'll do a Night Drive theme down here for the title. Night Drive is the space we want this in. And advanced options. Here we go. Leaving weirdness at 60, fam. Gonna take style influence all the way up to 80. There's my excluded styles. I knew there was one I was missing here. Vocal gender. Here we go. Because I want this one doesn't bounce back and forth. I want this one song in a female voice, basically. That's what we're going for. And we're going to go ahead and let that spin. Yes, I did. Kira, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Sis, I'm sorry. I'm not sure how long ago you said that, but yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Shout outs for everybody.
When I did it? Sorry, fam. A little wrapped up in prompting there. But now everybody's gotten their shout outs. Okay. Night Drive is doing its thing. But fam, I'm going to explain a little something to you before we get into today's premiere. For those of you that weren't around on Thursday we premiered the Synthwave version of this song, and that is not the main version of it. The main version of the song, Tears and Rain, is actually the one I'm about to play for you right now. This is a song that I wrote a week ago last Friday. As y'all know, I had to take a day off because I was having a really bad mental health day. And whenever that occurs, and I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the stream too, but whenever that occurs, I sit down and write. I always try to make a point of it for two reasons. Number one, I get it out of my system. Okay, number two, I usually end up with something incredibly emotionally charged that I'm really, really happy with by the end, because I just took all of that emotion and otherwise and poured it into a creative project. And then what I did is I actually went into Suno. This one took a few passes to get the songs right, but once we got it going, we ended up with actually 4 versions of this song. That's fantastic. But something else beyond that, as you listen to this premiere, fam, know that I have finally found the sound that I have been looking for, that I wanted to base the Peace album and radio show on. I've been struggling with that a little bit, tried veering a little bit too far into dark ethereal trance. I got a couple good songs there too, but down-tempo melodic, as long as we use the right keys and modals, is going to make for an absolutely beautiful radio show and beautiful album, as you are about to hear. It's a bit Delirium-esque for those of you that are fans of that. Maybe a touch of Enigma in there as well, that kind of sound. But it turned out absolutely wonderful. So, without further ado, we're going to interrupt Bob. And here is Tears and Rain. It would help if it was back at the beginning of the song, though. Give me 1 second. There we go.
a crystal stream through my mind, a fragile dream. The tears rise up a fleeting gleam. Emotions in every swirl. Memories drift. The past unfurls. Wash it away. The hurt, the signs, lost in the waves, the sands of time. Wash it away. Wind unwind. The ocean's deep, but so's my mind. Lightning bursts a great big sky. Teardrops fall, and so do I. The hues don't judge, they just comply. So submerge the waters warm. It soothes my heart. It calms the storm. Wash it away. The hurt, the signs, lost in the waves, the sands of time. Wash it away. Wind unwind. The ocean's deep, but so's my mind. Wash it away. The hurt, the signs, lost in the wave, the sands of time. Wash it away. Wind unwind. The ocean's deep, but so's my mind.
Just love how that turned out. I struggled with this, by the way, fam. Here's a fun fact. I had already written all of the lyrics, all of the prompting and everything. This is where I learned I actually finally had a lot of this down. was that I did all of that on my own and actually tried writing the style prompts and all that on my own as well. And something was missing. We weren't quite getting what I was trying to like really capture. I handed it over to ChatGPT and said, this is what I'm doing with the prompts and all that. I need your help. What am I missing? All right. It changed 5 words. And Suno took off. And fam, my point in telling you that story is take it as far as you can. But when it comes to working like this, especially when you're working with AI in creative ways, AI has a much better idea of how to talk to AI than you do.
Now it's time to drop the word.
And sometimes it's just a matter of changing it. And in this case, the words, the keywords really were down-tempo melodic trance. I was trying all of these different angles to try and get it to pick up on what I was doing because that's really key, fam. The emotion, the adjective, and the type of music is massive with the engine. So if you don't get that right or you're a couple of degrees off center, and that's exactly what I was doing. The engine was doing what I was asking. I just didn't again have that style quite right. So I'm moving the last stuff out of this room. It's nearly empty and it feels kind of depressing. I'm trying to shake off the funk as I come across this triangular box. Confused as to what might be in it, I open it up. Standard damage poster. Which one, Sarge? Which one? And I'm glad we can put a smile on your face. AI is easily confused. You have to meet it at its language. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It only knows how to interpret. Exactly. Exactly. Female vocals? No. Shadow? It's got them. Something has been going on though, Shadow, is when you're trying to do duets and otherwise. Sometimes it'll go a little bit sideways again. And I've been noticing that. But that depends on how complicated the other prompts are around it. There's still part of the push, Shadow, is that AI can still, like the prompts and all that, you can max them out if you want to. But there's still only so much that the AI can process. And there are times and points where the AI will actually look at what you've put in for prompts and cross them in bad ways. Almost like it confuses itself. Or you inadvertently confused it because you put something in one prompt and then you put something else that contradicts it in another kind of thing. But I have noticed in general, to your point, it's not so much just the female vocals, it's duets or otherwise. It's having trouble balancing the voices again. It'll do like you'll ask for a male and female duet and they'll give you three lines as a female and 1 line as a male. Or where a female is supposed to sing it goes into a male voice and then immediately slides into a female one. Cool effect, but probably not what you're going for. Oh, man. But you made it instrumental. Fam, by the way, before we get any farther, ads are about to start on Twitch, and we always use this as an opportunity to take a quick break. So here's what's going to happen. 3 minutes of ads are going to play. I'm going to step away, grab something to drink, and stretch my legs. So if you are caught up in the ads, fam, please know you're not missing anything. We do this on purpose. After 3 minutes, we will come back after the ads are done. And we have the first 2 versions of the Night Drive theme song to listen to when we get back. So everybody, please don't go away.
shy. I've got wonders for your eyes. From the lab to the dance floor, we'll get those baddies to fry. Twist the dial, hit ignite. We'll go boom by candlelight. Welcome to my grand debut where chaos feels just right. Here's a blender with a jetpack, goggles that can fry an egg. A tea set wired to moonlight as a shortwave pirate rig. Sex is in my Pip-Boy, rolling eyes at every try. Battles ducking under tables, he's not built to fly this high. It's mad science in 4/4 time. With a horn line sharper than a power line. If it smokes, if it sparks, then it's probably mine. Step back, hold tight, it's experiment 69. I built a toaster with ambition, it now believes it's king. A vacuum that composes jazz while it cleans up everything. Squirrels chasing schematics round the rafters with a net. If she finds the right blueprint, we'll get it together, yeah. It's mad science in 4/4 time. With a horn line sharper than a power line. If it smokes, if it sparks, then it's probably mine. Step back, hold tight, it's experiment 69.
Now the Bunsen burners swing and the Tesla coils sing. Static crackles through the crowd. Hear that lab bell ring.
We'll confetti cannon theories launch our proofs into the air. If the math won't hold together, well, we'll just leave it right.
That's the thing I love about doing this once per hour, fam. It's over before we know it. Everybody gets a quick break, and then we don't have to deal with ads for another entire hour. And anybody coming to visit us doesn't have to deal with pre-rolls, which is even better.
It's probably mine. Step back, hold tight, it's experiment 60.
Shout out to my fellow streamers in the room, by the way. Something I've been getting asked a lot about because I've been running ads for quite a while now, and historically I was very much against them. Here's the thing, okay? In terms of running ads on pre-roll versus running them yourself and keeping control, I will always tell you to keep control. Choose when the ads are going to run. Make sure you run them once per hour. Keep yourself on a timer or whatever. And do it that way. Because then it's expected. Then you can tell your community what's going on. Instead of them just dealing with pre-rolls when they first come in. And fam, the stats are correct. Pre-rolls kill you much harder than planned commercial breaks. They really do. Because before anybody even gets to see you, the first thing they've got to do is sit through however many minutes of ads Twitch has decided to give them. And during quieter times of year, that might only be 60 seconds. During busier times of year, might be as many as 3 minutes, maybe more. You don't know. Rick, I commented in the Discord, by the way. And Rick, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Battle song gets stuck in my head. I walk around, singing All Hail the Corgis. Cheryl, I'm really proud of that one. That's one of those songs. It was just, I wrote all of those lyrics from scratch. And I had so much fun with them. It was one of those songs. Sometimes you write, normally when I sit down to write a song, I struggle at least a little bit. That song almost wrote itself for me. As I was making my way down through, was so much fun. Gigglefish is another one. Gigglefish is another one that just kind of wrote itself. Was so much fun. Just scrolling down real quick to make sure I kept up with everything. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, fam. We have two new versions of a brand new song to listen to. These are both going to be world premieres. What we are going for is we are going for a Synthwave song for Lil Sis' new show that's going to be going up on the YouTube channel called Night Drive. We have most of the music ready to go already. We almost have the whole playlist ready to go already. But we need a theme song. So that's what we're going to listen to right now. Just got to get to the right playlist. Okay. So the first version it came up with was 3 minutes and 34 seconds. The second version it came up with was 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, I did ask it for an instrumental intro where there's a slow fade in, distant pads, light electronic snares start to come in. So we're going to see exactly how it handles all this. And I'm really interested to see. Because again, there were some experimental tags that I used in here this time that I have not used in the past. So I want to see how it registers these. It's either going to be brilliant or it's going to miss a few things and we're going to have to make another pass at it. Either way we can make it happen. We'll just figure it out. So fam, here's the first version of Lil Sis Night Drive theme. We're off to a good start, fam.
The rain-soaked streets reflect neon signs. I should sleep, but music's on my mind. City's sleeping, but my mind's alive. I start the car and take a night drive. Night drive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ending will need to be a little bit extended, which we can actually work on right now, and then we'll need to do a good fade out. It cut it off a little bit at the end, so we'll straighten that out. But that's something we can do within Suno. No problem at all. No problem at all. All we'll do is extend the ending and drift it away. But wow. 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 First try. First try. And we don't get that often. We do not get that often. That was insane. By the way, this shout out I was trying to do for Sarge earlier finally fired off. I was trying to wait out the cooldown and hadn't hit the enter key. So the enter key has now been hit. But that was amazing. For this one, fam, what we're going to do, I'm going to listen to the ending again here real quick, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix this. Okay. Now for that, the beginning is perfect. Actually, I don't even need to extend it. I can just fade that one out. And we have the tools we need to do that. And I'm going to show you how we fix this one, fam, again, before we move into the other version. Because there is another version of this we haven't even listened to yet. But I want to save this no matter what. Pressure's off now, fam. We've already got a good version of the song. I love it. I love it. What we'll do here real quick. Let me... Where is my fade out now? I'm going to just open this right up in the editor. We'll do it this way. Because all I need is a little, again, just a little fade out, and we'll be good to go. Farron, welcome in. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So for this, yeah, it just didn't fade out as it needed to. So let me see if there's a way I can... Because there used to be a very simple just fade out function that we could use. Ah, here we go. Oh, nice. They improved the tools for fading. Excellent. Okay. Let me get this a bit bigger, fam, and I can show you what I'm talking about. It used to be that we kind of had to guess. We didn't have a visual or anything like that on it. Now we do. And that's what this box is right here. So all I really want to do is just give it a little bit of a better fade out. So it stays pretty full volume right there. We're going to have it immediately start to cut back as soon as that stops and we hit the main outro. Okay. Now that I have the fade, fam, the one thing I don't know how to do, I'll turn some background music back on for us so we have something to listen to. Okay, let me see if it will register what we're trying to do here first off. Okay, so it's showing me that the fade is saved, but what I don't know what to do is how to apply it. Because I'm not trying to replace it. I just wanted to change the fade out. Oh, could I just save it as new song? Let me see if this fixed the end, fam. If not, we'll check something else out. Oh. Are we, is the song not ready yet? There we go. Let me try this again. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. That was, yeah. That, and fam, I'm going to say it again. That version just blew me away. It really did. But a lot of this, fam, again, is because of how we craft it. It's not going to be perfect right out of the gate every time, but we're finding more and more circumstances where this becomes the case. We get it within the first couple of passes. And it's just practice and knowing enough about how the AI understands things and reads things. And fam, something else that really helps, don't be afraid to go out there and teach yourself a bit of music theory. I have a little bit of advantage there because I played instruments and sang throughout my entire school and college career. But again, there's a lot of things that I have forgotten or didn't much think of. Tal came in the chat the one day, started talking about modals and all that, and I wasn't quite sure what he was referring to. Glad I got an education on that one. That's another big changer with Suno too. Fam, if you're not sure what I'm familiar with, look up modals, go to AI or otherwise, start searching up modals, what they are and how it changes the sound of a song. Very, very important stuff. But that can be our WoW version. Gonna jump back to the create page because we have another version of that song, fam. That was all after all that bravado was just the first version. There's another version to listen to. Let's see if we've got another winner on our hands, or at least something we can publish directly to Suno so you can all check out the prompts and all that. Oops. Wow. Prefixed versions for me, fam, are just ones that way I can keep track of what was the original version and then jump to the fixed one. So if I ever want to go back and re-edit it or anything like that, I still have the original version to work from, which is always the best. Always the best. All right, fam. Second version of the same song. The first one we got was an absolute banger. Can it do it twice in the same pass? Let's find out. Fam, I'm going to go ahead and mute the music. Here is version 2 of the Night Drive theme. Wrong one, fam. That was the same one. Let me try this again. Hang on. I don't understand why I went back to that, but we'll try this again. I must have clicked the wrong thing. Pebcac error. Pebcac error. All right. Here it is. Oh, I see what it was doing. I'm on the right song, but there's 2 play buttons. Let me click the right play button.
future's mine, guided only by the signs. Night drive, the world fades away. Carried by the rhythm, I'm here to stay. Your lines on the street feel alive. All I need is this endless night drive. Just me, the stars, and this night drive.
All right, so I'm going to have to do the same thing with this one, give it a little bit of a fade out, not a big deal. But overall, wow, doing a really good job. Now, fam, I'm going to take a little side trip because we've got another couple of songs here I want to get going, a couple of fun ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get those going first. We'll let Suno start to generate, and then we'll go back into the Night Drive outro. So what we've got, fam, is we've got an intro and an outro in one pass. I am over the moon. I am over the moon.
When the silence tries to break you down, I'll lift you higher.
That is amazing.
Sound will rise as one. The crowd
Sarge, I would argue that 69 jokes and efficiency are one and the same. As a matter of fact, I think we should, I think we at Damage Industries should begin Initiative 69. Increasing to, with the goal of increasing our efficiency to at least 69%. All right, fam, let me get back to, fam, I'm sorry. I am completely blown away that we got two killer versions on the first pass. I could not be more grateful, although we are missing. I wonder where it put the, give me one sec, fam. Did it drop it in here, maybe? Oh, okay. The remixes and fixes it's dropping into workspace. So give me one sec, fam. I'm going to move this over, because that needs to get dropped into Night Drive so we don't lose it. But the next one we're going to write, fam. And again, I want to do this now and get this generating, and then we're going to jump over and fix the version of Night Drive theme that we just listened to. What I want to do, inspired by some of the killer dark synthwave and darkwave tracks we got on Thursday, I want to start working a bit more on a Halloween playlist, especially with us moving into October. And we're going to be doing some more spoopy games through October. I've been talking with the team about it. We're going to talk a lot about it tonight. We're going to mix a few things up here along the way. But in preparation, we need a theme song first. And I have a written one. And what we're going for, fam, we're going for 80s synthwave slasher vibe with this, is what we're actually going to do. Let me get all the prompts in, and then I will walk you through each of them before I actually start generating. The only thing, fam, in the experiment with Sis's song that did not work or it didn't register was letting the music fade out and then do the acapella at the end. That's the only thing it missed. It picked up everything else. The second version we listened to was a bit stronger because it picked up that female duet better at the end. But both songs picked up all the props, except for that. So that might be one we have to leave alone for a while and hope that it comes back around later. All right, let's see. Styles to avoid. Happy pop, Happy pop, upbeat funk, Happy pop, upbeat pop, funk, disco, house, country, bluegrass, Americana, reggae, tropical, island, electro swing, jazz, children's music, cartoon styles, power metal, and lo-fi. Keep weirdness at 60. Keep style influence at 80 like we usually do. Synthwave Slasher is what I have decided to title this little song. But fam, let me get this all the way up on that big screen here, and then I can actually read some of this to you so you can actually see what's going on. The instrumental intro is going to be an ominous low drones with distant bells and echoing percussion. Now, the one thing we might not get are the distant bells. Again, it's a sound effect, and sometimes it just straight up misses those. So if it does, we'll roll with it. Verse 1 is going to open up with a haunting female solo over dark synth bass. Then it's going to move into a pre-chorus where the percussion and the synth layers start to build. The chorus itself, female solo with male. This is an experiment, fam. Okay, this might not work. Female solo with male backing vocals over heavy synth layers and a dramatic rhythm. I'm trying to go for some extra heavy, possibly even a little bit cheesy as synthwave weight here. Verse 2, female solo over pulsing arps and darkened textures. Pre-chorus, percussion and synth layers start to build. As we get into the chorus, female solo with male backing vocals over heavy synth layers and a dramatic rhythm again. We'll move into a bridge, which has whispered female and male vocal duet over choir-like pads. Not a choir, choir-like pads. We'll see how it handles that particular prompt. Choir-like pads and ritual drums. Ritual drums it will know. That should be a prompt it picks right up on. I've played around with that a few times now. For the chorus after the bridge, female duet. Layered with full male choir vocals over heavy synth layers for a massive Darkwave push. Again, experimental prompt there. Again, anytime you start messing with voices, it's a little experimental. We'll see what we get. Final chorus, female solo and heavy. Again, I want to go back to a solo at that point. Female solo vocals and heavy synth layers fade out slowly. And then when we hit the final outro, it should be a slow fade. Distorted synths dissolve into whispers. Again, experimental prompt, fam. We'll see how it picks that up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sarge, I've considered actually adding it to the game. The Synthwave Slasher. But instead of hurting everybody, he just runs around and retypes everything in strike through. Like you go to a section of the game in the Neon District, and all the signs are like all written in strike through, and you're like, what the heck's going on? And it was it was because of the slasher. The Synthwave Slasher. Actually, I should probably write that down. That would be a great gag for that part of the game. All right. Okay, styles are in. Weirdness and style influencer dialed in. Styles to avoid are in. We've got a good title. Prompts are set and ready to go. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is hit this magic orange button because Suno knows how to talk to Suno best. Interesting. Okay, here's how it rewrote that prompt, fam, by the way. A cinematic darkwave piece in D minor at 85 beats per minute unfolds with brooding drones, distant bells, and echoic, I can't say that word, echoic percussion. Haunting female vocals glide over deep synth bass. Tension grows with layered percussion. Choruses burst with powerful synths, dramatic rhythms, and solo duet vocals. Pulsing arps. Oh, this is the keyboard song. That's right. I'm like, where's this coming from? Oh, yes. Pulsing arps drive, verse 2. The bridge, let me see. The bridge melds whispered duets, ritual drums, and choral pads, surging to a full darkwave climax. Ooh, great word. Darkwave climax of layered duets and choirs. The final chorus fades with dense synths. Distorted tones collapse into ethereal whispers for the outro. Same thing I just said, fam. Just wrote it better in a language that Suno will understand. That's why they've provided the orange button there, fam. I strongly suggest you use it. Just, as I mentioned with the last song, reread it and make sure it's doing exactly what you want it to do, where you want it to do it. Most of the time it will, and it'll have it in the right order and still use your lyric prompts for guidance. But every once in a while, it will grossly rewrite something for you that you don't want. Drop it back in again and try it again.
Every semicolon dreams of a snack while the inner key's ready to attack.
Yes, the smells may distract me. The smells may distract me, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, fam, I'm going to go ahead and get these running. I'm going to actually drop these right into my workspace, too. Because I don't actually have a horror playlist yet. We'll have to start working on that and add some of those into some of the other Darkwave songs we did we'll need to add in, too. Because they'll fit really nicely on that playlist. Yes, mushroom wild rice with chicken. And Ferret, no worries, love. No worries. Whether you feel the need to be active or you want to just kick back, chill, and enjoy the show. Lots to enjoy today. Lots of new music. I'm really excited about all these lyrics, too. I got on a little bit of a lyric binge between yesterday and today. So it was fun putting them together. It was fun putting them together. All right, fam. Those are... Yep, they're in the process of processing right now. I'm going to jump back to Night Drive real quick because we've got one song we've got to fix, and that's the outro. Now that I know how to do that in the editor. Outro prefix, okay. And same thing here, fam. All I got to do is open it in the editor, add a better fade out in there, and we're good to go. Kira, I can only imagine what that would sound like. A Halloween version of a Rick Roll. Trying to figure out how we would do that. We'd have to completely change the lyrics. We could follow a similar song structure, but we'd have to change the lyrics completely. Not that that can't be done. I don't know if I'm going to be the one to take the time to do it. But it could be done. All right, let me get this little fade out taken care of here, fam. Okay. Let's see if this did what it was supposed to do, fam. Just want to make sure we've got the ending cleared out. Oh, it's not ready to play yet. We'll need to give it another minute to process. Always gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Around the corner, I'll hide and say boo. Because the way he sang it, all right, like he laid into the U so heavy that he actually used a CH at the front of it. He didn't say you, he said chew. So you'd have to do the same thing. But you'd have to lean really heavily into the boo, is what you'd have to do. All right. Before we get into a rhyming thing, I'm going to play the end of this. And just make sure we got a good ending out of it. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that this ends up in the Night Drive playlist first off, so we don't lose it. And we are good to go. So there is our outro. That is awesome. Okay. Now, at this point, fam, our next two should actually be ready to go. Let me get into my workspace here, though, and see if they're finished. They are. Excellent. Both versions of Synthwave Slasher, and they're both about the same length, too. The first one came out about 428. Second one came out about 442. I wonder if we're going to hit this vibe. This was more experimental, fam. So we might have some things go off the rails. If we do, don't worry. I'll just stop the song, delete it, whatever, and we'll run more. However, we might end up with exactly what we were hoping for here. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Here's version 1 of Synthwave Slasher. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Well, as wonderful as those last two songs were, this first one really, okay. It really doesn't know what it's, yeah, Yikes is right, says. That was, for as wonderful as those last two were, and that's not my prompts either, by the way. That's just Suno doing that, and I don't know why it did. All those big atmospheric, like you can't even hear the lyrics over top. Okay. Fam, again, as I always say, in when these situations come up, we've got low audio quality. It doesn't really follow the lyrics. We've got really poor structure and other. Fam, always submit these again. 2 reasons. 1, I have found that Suno will give you your credits back if the engine really bonks up. 2, they can't improve things if they don't know when there's problems. And this way they can go back, look at the prompting and look at all that and see what they need to do to fix it. So All right. So that version is, wow, really bad. Let's see if, and actually, let me do this quick. So I delete the right one. Let's try version 2. And we'll see if we get something similar or if it actually picks up on it a bit more. Because you got to remember, fam, this is only moving 5 beats per minute slower than the song we just listened to for Sis. So a lot of it is how it's structuring this. So let's see what we get out of this one. Now, here's the thing. I see some of the comments in chat and I agree. It is too heavy. It is too heavy. However, that said, it is still damn good. And I'm gonna tuck that off to the side for right now. I don't know where we would use that. Again, for everything we do, including the game and otherwise, fam. Yeah. And that might be one I actually publish to Suno and leave up there for everybody for Halloween. Here's what I'm going to do though, fam. And this is what you saw me starting to work on while the song was playing, is I'm actually reworking the prompts a little bit. We're going to lighten it just a touch and see if we can pull some of that choir and all that out of there, because it's getting to be a little too heavy and too cinematic. So what I did was I replaced cinematic Darkwave with the words dark synthwave, which works, by the way. You could use that, but it lightens it up a little bit. Okay, in D minor, not at 90 beats per minute, I actually sped it up slightly too. I went from 85 to 90. Unfolds with dark drones and distant percussion. I took a lot of the adjectives like ritualistic, things like that out of there, because that's part of what drives that overly heavy cinematic feel that we were getting. So I'm going to pull some of that back. I've actually replaced that with electronic toms. So it'll still have some weight to it, but not so much that you envision the monks walking up the middle of the castle hallway. Like that's not what, of course, what we're going for. So not in replies, Jared. No, because it overrides what the bot can see. That's why. Jared, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome. I hope all is good with you. But yes, very, very heavy goth vibes. Phantom of the Opera, yes. Overly cinematic, fab, is what happened. It grabbed onto the cinematic and rode with it, and I love the song. Again, fam, all original lyrics here. I love what it did with my lyrics. I love how I put it all together. Too heavy, though. Too heavy for what we go for here. So let's lighten it up a little bit. Instrumental intro. Ominous low drones with distant bells and echoing percussion. What we're going to do is we're going to take those low drones over distant percussion. All right, so we're going to have the percussion be a little bit farther in the background. Won't be so up in your face, thunk, thunk, thunk kind of stuff. Percussion and synth layers start to build. That's fine for the pre-chorus. Female solo with male backing vocals over heavy synth layers. I'm going to remove the dramatic rhythm. Feel like that might have been a touch too much. Verse 2. Female solo over pulsing harps and darkened textures, which should still be fine. Pre-chorus. Percussion and synth layers start to build. That's fine. Okay. Chorus line, the second chorus I changed. It used to be female solo over male backing vocals. Now we're going to do female lead with male backing vocals over heavy synth layers and dramatic rhythm. Now what I'm going to do this time, we'll keep the heavy synth layers, but again, I'm going to remove that dramatic rhythm. That kept driving it to like that more tribal kind of rhythm, and it didn't quite work. Too heavy, too cinematic. Bridge, whispered female and male vocal duet over choir-like pads, and okay, I want to take the ritual drums out of there. I'm going to replace ritual with distant again. Chorus after the bridge, a duet layered with full male choir. Okay, let's do this. I don't want a full male choir. That's going to be too heavy. So we're going to swap that out for male backing vocals. See if that helps lighten it up a little bit. over heavy synth layers for we will leave the massive push there though. But I want, instead of a massive Darkwave push, we'll do a massive Synthwave push. Final chorus, female solo vocals and heavy synth layers fade out slowly. Outro, slow fade, distorted synths, dissolve into whispers. Okay. There we go. Everything else should pretty much stay the same. Advanced options, we already have our list of things to still avoid. We're going to still leave weirdness at 60% because I've already pulled a lot out of the prompts. I don't think I need to pull a lot out of the weirdness. But we'll leave the weirdness at 60%. We'll leave style influence still at 80. And we'll call these ones Synthwave Slasher, a little lighter version, and see what we get. But I do like to have things a bit lighter. I don't like things quite that heavy. There was a time that I would have been over the moon over that first Synthwave Slasher version. But no, not what we go for. Not what we go for. Vampire the Man, yeah. Anything vampiric, sis. Anything dark, gothic is going to fall into that. But it's heavy. It's heavy like, and I understand where you're coming from, sis. It's heavy like Masquerade was. Masquerade was a heavy RP. Heavy RP. So yeah, carries that same kind of weight. A scorched mash? We can talk about it, love. I'm open to ideas. Halloween is a long season. There's a lot of fun things we could do. One of my first things after I get, of course, this done is I want to make sure that I have enough background music, but we'll take care of a lot of that on Thursday. We'll do another Thursday stream, fam, where it won't be Stan because I've still got to finish getting Stan animated. But I'll come on. We'll still do Suno. We'll do a lot more instrumental versions again and try to knock some of those out. We're going to stick more with like Darkwave, Dark Synthwave, things like that, so we can round out that playlist, basically. So. Okay. Fam, by the way, while we are waiting for these to process, I just looked over. Ads are about to start running on Twitch. So let's go ahead and do that. Ads are going to run for about 3 minutes, fam. We do this once per hour so that we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the hour. So 3 minutes will go by, ads will play. I'm going to step away myself so that if you're stuck in ads, fam, don't worry, you're not missing any of the stream. Once the ads are done, we're going to come back and listen to the next two versions of Synthwave Slasher. So everybody, please, don't go away.
Wash it away, the hurt, the signs, lost in the way, the sands of time. Wash it away, well and unwind the wash it away. The hurt, the signs, lost in the wave, the sands of time, wash it away. In a world that trembles, I still believe that hearts can soften, that souls can breathe.
All right, everybody, we are back. Thank you so much for your patience.
I hear your names, 1,000 voices.
And I have now moved to a seated position. Let's see if the camera went right back to where it needed to go. There we go. Perfect. Although it did the wrong thing, fam. Hang on. There we go. Now I can jump out to that screen. Perfect. All right. Fam, we have 2 more versions of Synthwave Slasher here. Excuse me, ready to go. And that is, that's exactly what we are going to listen to. I love, fam, personal note here, okay? I absolutely love that last version we did. Made my little gothic heart happy. Like, I just was over the moon. Not for what we do here, though. And I was talking to KA downstairs about it just a minute ago when I ran downstairs to grab something else to drink. I was a bit overwhelmed by what Suno just accomplished. I'm used to having to overstate prompts to get Suno to do what I wanted to do. And this time around, it took it and ran with it to the point where I had to pull it back a little bit. That's okay. If you listen to the song and follow along with the prompts, it actually gave us exactly what we asked for. Just did it much better than I was expecting. There's a certain way you've got to talk to Suno usually. Apparently, it really likes horror. It really likes Darkwave. It likes gothic music in general. It did a great job with that song. Again, not us. It was not an us thing, but great song all the same. For sure. For sure. All right, fam. We'll go ahead and let's listen to version 1. I changed some prompts around to lighten it up. Here is the first version of the little lighter version of Synthwave Slasher. Let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right down to the ending, too. Take a little bit of weight out of it. You still get that darkness. You still get that heaviness. The one thing that is actually still pushing some of the dark weight is the female leads over the male backing vocals prompts. That's where a lot of that swings in. It's still going a bit more to the choir side, but it backed it up a bit, which is much, much better. I am really liking it. I am really liking it. You got to remember, and I'm seeing some of the call-outs, fam, and it's okay. It's okay. Honest opinions welcome, but hear me out. All right, you got to remember this is a Halloween dark synthwave song. It's going to carry weight. Not every song is going to be about, of course, you know, washing dishes, things like that. So, oh, man. Because it's not a style we usually go with, fam. It's not a style we usually go with. Okay, it's a lot heavier. It's Halloween. It's a lot heavier. There's a lot more weight and power and actually kind of passion to it. So, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, is it still on the heavy side? Oh, sure it is. Sure it is. I even saw somebody mention depressed mode in the chat. I actually take that as a compliment. I'm a huge fan of Depeche Mode. Huge. Huge. I love their music. I can sing in his range. I actually pretty much can sound like Dave Gahan. I spent hours singing to those CDs on top of it. But yes, right in my range and everything. It's perfect. If you want to know what I actually sound like when I sing, I'm pretty much in that range. I have a little bit of a lighter timbre to my voice than he had. But yeah. Yep. I'm now trying to imagine a horror song about doing dishes. Oh, indeed. Indeed. And fam, don't be afraid to express your opinions about it. I understand why some of you are not a fan of the song that just played. I got it. I got it. Try to remember its purpose. Here's one of the most difficult things that you will always deal with as a songwriter. As a songwriter, you know what you like. You know what sounds good to you. Okay? That is not true, of course, for everybody. So when I go to write a song, especially in a genre that I usually don't dive into, or with weight that I usually don't use, I have to temper my expectations a little bit because we're diving into something different. My ear naturally, and fam, I'm not picking on any genres of music, my ear naturally rejects anything, and forgive the expression, fam, okay? But anything with a twang to it. Anything with that sharper tone, whether it's sung or otherwise. So when you get into things like country and Western music and all that, my brain shuts it off and it's done. So when we're writing a goofy banjo-driven song like the keyboard song we wrote a couple weeks ago, I have to kind of drop that and let that go. And you have to be a bit more objective with it. It's like, is it a good song or not a good song? Does it have too much weight or not enough? Where does it actually fall? And I'm only giving you some insight, fams. These are the things that run through my mind all the time while I'm working with this. All the time. Sonic, by the way, I saw you sneak in. How are you? It is good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know what? Do you know what ruined it for me? You know what ruined it for me across the board? Growing up in the house with somebody that was hard of hearing on some levels and loved country music. So they blasted it. Every car trip, at home. There were a couple of times that they thought it would be cute to just come into my room and use my CD player and turn the volume up full while I was sleeping so that they could hear it throughout the house because I had the only CD player in the house at the time. By the way, the end of that story is yours truly got up, removed the CD, and then put it under his pillow and went back to sleep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Cheryl, did I tell that story on stream before?
Aw, emotional support bits received. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Sarge, thank you for the emotional support bits. Remember this song's purpose. For Halloween, you dolphinately want this kind of music. Yes. A lot? Okay. But fam, I'll turn some background music on, fam, while we wait to get to the next version. But that's, yeah. And fam, I only tell that story because now, whenever somebody comes to me and tells me they want a country song or something with banjo or something like that. Yeah. And it's tough, fam, it's tough. I'm telling you all about this because, again, this is what I go through all the time, writing songs. It's tricky. There's a reason why I stick to genres like electro swing and synthwave and all that, because that's what I love. Trance, because it's what I love. But it's fun to branch out too. But I hear you. I hear you about the weight of it. I hear you about all of it. It's a little bit different than what we usually go for sure. We need to listen to the other version of it too. But I really like this. I really like this. Let's see what we get out of the other version though. Go back real quick. And okay, fam, here is the other version of Synthwave Slasher. Again, same prompts as the last one we just listened to. Let's just see if it reads these a little bit differently. Does it add more weight or take more of it away?
Phantoms dance beneath the crimson moon. Shadows fall, the night it comes too soon. Every heartbeat feels like doom. Darkness calls you to this room. Feel the cold, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it grinning masks among the broken glass. This moment might be yours. Phantoms lurk where all hope dies. No one escapes the darkened skies. Halloween, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it ride. There's no sleep and no reprieve. In the now, the darkness weeps. Open your mouth, but there's no scream. Your sanity torn is never gone.
That is wicked awesome. I agree. I agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. You don't see this one as the Halloween song. What, the one we just listened to? You don't see this as the Halloween song? All right. All right. You can tell me tonight. I want to make one more pass at this anyway, fam. I have an idea. Since we've come this far and we've got the time, I have an idea. Here's what I want to do. Let's get our background music back up and rolling so we have something to listen to while I do this. Fam, I love this version, okay? This is... We're going to call that one a wow wow version because that's what it really is. Wicked awesome, I think, were the best words used because that's really how I felt about this one. The other one I understand with the weight and all this one captured more of that 80s slasher vibe that I was trying to grab onto, but I have an idea to make it a bit more ours. So we're gonna play around just a little bit here, fam. Gonna go back in, use styles and lyrics again, but I'm gonna make a few changes. Nothing too major, but what we're gonna do is I want to pull a little bit more of that weight out. So what we're gonna do, ominous low drones, all that's all fine. I think the choir is what's making it still a bit too heavy-ish. So what I'm gonna do, what we're going to do is on the choruses, instead of having the male backing vocals and all that, because that's what's causing that chorus effect, we're going to go with a powerful female duet. Over heavy synth layers. Okay, again, we get to the chorus. We're gonna need a female duet. Okay, the bridge is fine because that's a whispered female and male duet over choir-like pads. Oh, you know what I could do here? Hang on. Let's make it even more traditional 80s slasher type stuff. We'll have a male-female duet going on. So we'll do a male solo over pulsing harps and darkened textures for verse 2. And then we'll do a powerful... male duet over heavy synth layers. And then for the bridge, okay, whispered male and female vocal duet over choir-like pads. Okay. So we're going to do his powerful female duet. I'm going to remove the male backing vocals again. We're going to remove some of that layering. That's also what creates that that choir vibe. And then for the final chorus, we'll add a bit more power and go cinematic. So we'll do cinematic male and female duet vocals and heavy synth layers that fade out slowly. Now, the only other thing I've got to check, let me check the style box and make sure I don't have anything in there that's conflicting. And duet vocals, pulsing harps, dry verse 2, bridge melds with whispered duets, electronic toms and choral pads, surging to a full, okay, let's do this a little bit. Of layered duets. I'm going to take the choirs out of there. Final chorus fades with dense synths, distorted tones, collapse into ethereal whispers for the outro. Okay. 90 beats per minute was definitely the sweet spot there. 60 and 80, okay. All right, fam, we're going to run 2 more versions of that. And we'll see what we get. Fam, again, I understand that the weight of some of this is going to throw you a little bit. It's tough. It's tough to find that right balance. Because what's happening, and I mentioned this to KA downstairs, that first version we did that was so over-the-top cinematic, this first version down here, the one, not the one we tossed away because it was all funky, but the second one we listened to, again, I didn't expect Suno to go that far. But if you ask it, it'll do it now. The difference between 4 and 4.5 and 4.5 and 4.5 plus is considerable. It really is. I'll be interested to see what version 5 brings with it. There we go. Fam, by the way, taking a small survey while we're hanging out here waiting for this to process. Any Halloween, traditional Halloween type of games you would like to see the Agents of Chaos try their hand at this October, fam? Just curious if anybody has any thoughts or maybe has thought of something that maybe we haven't. We're going to be talking about it a little bit more tonight as a team, so... I'm going to actually rename this one real quick here, too. So fam, the first one that was super, super heavy, I'm calling it Let the Choir Sing version. The one where everybody was, I'm not sure I like it, I'm not sure I don't kind of thing. That was the Love the Dark version. The Wow Wow version is the one we just listened to that we really liked. Now fam, again, I pulled more weight out for these next 2 versions. Let's see if we've gone too far or if we've just brought ourselves that much closer to the sweet spot. So here is version 1 of the lighter Synthwave Slasher. Let's see what we got out of this.
darkness calls you to this room.
Feel the cold, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it grinning mass among the broken glass. This moment might be all
Phantoms lurk where all hope dies. No one escapes the darkened sky.
Halloween, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide.
Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it rise.
There's no sleep and no reprieve. In and out, the darkness weaves.
Open your mouth, but there's no scream.
Your sanity torn at the seams. Feel the cold, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide.
Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it
Feel the cold, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide.
Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it rise. The night is never gone.
There it is. There it is. Right there. Right there. Oh my gosh. I think that hits it. And here's what was happening. I think the choir is what was making it just a bit too heavy and a bit too cinematic. Keeping it backed down to the duets and all that, even though it didn't follow my prompts exactly, it followed it as close as I think the engine would allow, is really what it fell into. And it did a really nice job with that. Lightning is sitting on the patio chair to wait for peanuts. Yeah, by the way, for those of you that don't know, in my squirrel menagerie, we have one named Lightning, who obviously got her tail broken at some point. And I call her Lightning because her tail can bend at completely a 90-degree angle, and it looks like a bolt of lightning. And she is now sitting downstairs on a chair waiting for yours truly to bring peanuts. I saw your comment, by the way, K.A. Romance novel? I didn't get that off of that at all. Romance novel? I'll talk to you later about what part of the song that gave that vibe. It's not as dark and slasher-like as the other version was, but it's not romance novel. I wasn't picking up. I think I know what you mean by that, but I wasn't quite gathering that. Oh, you fed her? Oh, she's wanting for nothing? Okay. Okay. Still a little, well, I mean, yeah. Broody? Yeah. Now that I'm going for. A little bit darker I'm going for. I mean, if everybody wants me to, and fam, I'm being serious, okay? If everybody wants me to write like a lightweight, goofy comedic kind of Halloween song, I can do that. I mean, that's not a problem. I'd have to rewrite it. I mean, it would be different lyrics and all that. This was meant to be more, again, dark synthwave slasher kind of feel. So, fine by you on the version. Broody, moody, no cootie, though. But yeah, broody, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one wasn't meant to be, again, lighter. It's meant to be darker. But, yeah, I'm not picking up. Again, I didn't pick up anything. Well, I certainly didn't pick up anything romantic. So, Phantom seducing the soprano. Phantom seducing Christine? Oh, no. No, love. I'm not getting any of that at all. Lyrics aren't romantic. Tone is a bit romantic, though. Well, let's listen. We'll listen to the other version and see what we get. We'll listen to the other version and see what we get. We're getting a lot of good versions, fam. We really are. Let's see. All right, fam. This'll be our last pass at this song for the day, by the way. Here is the final version, reworked, slightly lighter still version of Synthwave Slasher. Let's do it. Like the intro.
Darkness calls you to among the broken glass. This moment might be your last.
Phantoms lurk where all hope dies. No one escapes the darkened sky. Halloween, the night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it rise. There's no sleep and no reprieve. In and out, the darkness weaves. Open your mouth, but there's no scream. Your sanity torn at the seams. Feel the cold. The night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it rise. The night is alive. Voices echo where the secrets hide. Candle flames and shadows collide. Summon the chaos, let it rise. The night is never gone.
That's it. Fam, that's it right there. That's it.
Little leaves of love.
That's the one that actually got us right to where I was trying to go. Like something you'd see played at or hear played at the end of a slasher film or something like that in the 80s. Oh yeah. Yep. We heard a lot of good versions along the way, versions that not everybody was happy with, and I get that. I understand. This one got it though. This one got it.
And through all of the noise, I let it be your choice.
There we go. And now we have some fun versions that we can add on to fun versions we can add onto the Suno page and all that too. So we'll be able to expand some of that out as well. Absolutely. But very happy with that, fam. Very, very happy with that. So we've got 2 songs done, 2 new ones. We've actually got both an opening and a closing theme song for Sis now. So the last thing that we're going to have to do to get the Night Drive radio show going, fam, is we're just going to have to get in there, give the songs one more listen, decide those are the final versions we want. I'm going to actually send it all over to Sis with all the links and let her listen and make sure it's what she wants for the show. And if we've got 10 to 12 songs, then we'll put the first show together. And the first show will be Night Drive, which I think is very appropriate, by the way, because again, Sis is going to be handling our editing over there on that channel. And I think it's very appropriate that the first radio show we get produced is hers. I will have Dick's Big Swing and Riding the Wave right behind it. by the way. Riding the Wave is the show that's hosted by Stan, and Dick's Big Swing is, of course, hosted by Richard. Because those are very close as well. As a matter of fact, let me look real quick, fam. Riding the Wave has 6 songs in it, so it's only 4 songs away. And we've already got a theme song for that one, so the rest of that is all about the music. Plur Peace, that's an interesting one, fam, and I'll tell you about that one here. That is, here's the thing. I'll keep it simple. I have a full album put together there, but it's on a style I'm not sure everybody would really enjoy, but it will make for great and highly enjoyable background music and all that you can listen to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together an album called Peace Concepts first, and we'll include most of that music in there and get that one produced, and then we'll move on to more of that down-tempo melodic trance like I was talking about, like with the new version of the song that we launched today. We'll go that route with it. Did you make one about Michael Myers too, Freaker? Nice. Very nice. 'Tis the Season. Yeah, Dick's Big Swing has 7 songs in it, fam. So we just need another 3. And those are all instrumentals too, if I remember right. Or not instrumentals, those are all vocal. They are. So to mix that one up, oh, that's the ideal situation. To mix that one up, we would just need another 3 electro swing instrumentals. We can knock some of that out. We're actually getting close to having a lot of these radio shows done, fam. This is awesome. We went from 0 to hero in about 2 weeks with these. Pretty cool. Something about key of D, Freaker. I use it a lot. I've actually learned that, again, D Phrygian and A minor both. You know how they'll talk, how all the time the research shows that, of course, certain types of music and certain sounds actually trigger like endorphins and all that in your brain? And that's why you just can't get enough of some music. I finally figured out my modals and my keys. A minor I always knew about. That's one of them. But D Phrygian's another one. Radio stations are coming. Rico, this has been fun, and this was the right way to do it. This was the right way to do it. Because that way you can all see the process and see that things are fully getting developed. So, let me see here real quick if there were any others. Oh, Community Sing-Along. Community Sing-Along right now has BRP's Big Red Remix, Bleep the Elf, the Soulful Elf Remix, that new one we wrote, Battle Ready's Bell Remix, so all of the recent versions of those 3, and then To the Edge, which is the one that Kira wrote. Oh, there's 2 of Elfies in here, that's right, because we put in the Praise the Bleep remix. I figured we could open with the Soulful Elf remix and then close with Bleep the Elf. I do have the Last F remix for Cheryl Barrett here, so that's in here as well. And then Freaker's song Green Gift. I feel like there's something I'm missing. No, oh, that's right. Because some of the other songs I can't use because we let Suno or otherwise write the lyrics. These are the ones where, yeah, these are all ones where we wrote the lyrics. Oh, no. Grown from Experience is in there. Yes, it is. Although that one I've got to take out. because that was one we wrote that for Jam. But Suno by far wrote most of the lyrics on that one, so I've got to take that one out. That one I've got to take out. I will rewrite I will rewrite one for Jam Doggy though.
Out of the frost where the tundras grow wide, Sergeant Sorrows leads with a stride.
There we go. That's also why I don't have Sarge's song in here, because Suno wrote those lyrics. It was a very robust prompt that I did for Sarge, but Suno still wrote the lyrics. And I won't put anything up or in any of these mixes that I don't write myself. So
A hockey dream shattered his stick to slight. Now he battles with courage burning bright.
I think for maximum comedy, Kira, if you're doing what I think you're doing right now for maximum comedy, I would say keep it to about the same length. So same number of verses and all that. Keep it moving along just like his did. I think that would be fantastic. All right. When are we going to get Dr. Demento style station with all the fun songs like Nuts, Nuts, Nuts? Rico, that show is being considered. That's actually on my consideration list right now. I just don't want to open up too many Battlefronts because I've already got a good number open and it's a little tricky keeping my head above water with everything that's going on right now. So I don't want to add anything else on and then have things really start to slip. But please know that is under consideration. A station or a show where we just, all the comedy songs, again, like Nuts, Nuts, Nuts and all that. We are going to have different shows for the game, too. A couple of game-inspired shows with all the music we're going to be writing for that. Oh, yeah. We're going to call it The Rift. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Rico, it's under consideration, but again, there's only so much I can do at a time, so that's why. Fam, what we're going to need to do is it is time for us to call it a day. So the first thing I am going to do, fam, is I am going to say goodbye to our friends on YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Whether you were here in horizontal or vertical format, it was wonderful to be here. We will be back on this YouTube channel on Thursday, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern with the Stanton Sessions. Please join in with us then. If you'd like to join in with us a little bit sooner, we will be on our Damage Industries channel doing more game dev on Tuesday starting at 2 p.m. as well. But YouTube, until we get to see you all again, thank you so much for being here. Much